Then Eric Haase, Cameron Meyer, Brian Barber, and David Johnson. So Jonathan Jensen brings the field. Out of turn number 4, Mike says, let's go racing. Jonathan Jensen, Eric Haase, Tim Schwartz, Cameron Meyer, Brian Barber, and David Johnson. Lap number 1's going to go to Eric Haase. Jonathan Jensen battling for second and third with Cameron Meyer. Here comes David Johnson. Looks to the inside of the Lincoln City Bandit. That is Tim Schwartz. Then you have the 79 to bone, Brian Barber. And it's still Eric Haase, Cameron Meyer, David Johnson, Jonathan Jensen, Brian Barber, and Tim Schwartz. It is Eric Haase, Cameron Meyer, David Johnson, Jonathan Jensen, the Bone, Brian Barber, and the Capital City Outlaw. That is Tim Schwartz. Ooh, Eric Haase bobbled. Here comes Cameron Meyer. Couldn't quite make the advantage. Now here comes the 97 of David Johnson. It is still Eric Haase, Cameron Meyer, David Johnson, Jonathan Jensen now battling 79 of Brian Barber. Then it's Tim Schwartz. White flags out, 1 to go for Eric Haase. Coming to the checker flag. Look, there's Cameron Meyer on the outside. It's going to be Cameron Meyer nipping Eric Haase at the line. David Johnson, Jonathan Jensen, Brian Barber, and Tim Schwartz. So your winner by the hair of his chinny chin chin, that is the 21. Give it up for Cameron Meyer. So setting on the point, the Rocket, Robbie Tom brings the field down the backstretch into turn number 3. And Mike says, let's go racing. Robbie Tom, Mike Kramer, Jeremy Gannett, TJ Wallingford, James Roebuck, and Justin Swoboda. But look at Robbie Tom. That's why we call him the Rocket. He just took off from everybody. Got about a half straightaway lead on second spot right now. I believe that is Jeremy Gannett. And it's Mike Kramer, TJ Wallingford, James Roebuck, Justin Swoboda. It is the Rocket, Robbie Tom, Jeremy Gannett, Mike Kramer, TJ Wallingford, James Roebuck, Justin Swoboda. Robbie Tom with about a straightaway lead over Jeremy Gannett now in second. Mike Kramer in third. Look at James Roebuck with a bold move, now battling Kramer for third. Where did he come from? He was running back there with Swoboda. All of a sudden, he got a burst of energy, and now he's running in third as he passed Mike Kramer. White is out, 1 to go for Robbie Tom. So James Roebuck got a sudden burst of speed there and finds himself in third as Robbie Tom the Rocket will get the checker flag, followed by Jeremy Gannett, James Roebuck, Mike Kramer, Justin Swoboda, and TJ Wallingford. So your winner hails from Spalding, Nebraska, driving the 1T. It's the Rocket. Give it up to Robbie Tom. It happens, okay? But setting the pace, it is Raymond Wallingford. Brings the field to turn number 4. Let's go racing. On the outside, Wes Hochstein says, adios, amigos. And it's Raymond Wallingford. Here comes the 5K of Kyle Preiner. So it's Wes Hochstein, Kyle Preiner, Joey Haase, Raymond Wallingford, Brian Ozentowski, and Trevor Noonan. Now Osentowski moves on the inside of Wallingford for fourth. Wes Holstein up the hill. Here comes Preiner. Kyle Preiner. Wes Holstein lost grip over there in turn number 4. Up the hill he went and lost the lead to Kyle Preiner. Then it is the 2 of Joey Haase. But he comes to the inside of Holstein and gets second. Brian Osentowski, Trevor Noonan, and Raymond Wallingford. But it's prime time. Kyle Preiner, Joey Haase, Wes Holstein, Brian Osentowski, Trevor Noonan, Raymond Wallingford. Kyle Preiner with the lead out of turn number 4, followed by Joey Haase. He's digging. Then it's Brian Osentowski, Wes Holstein, Trevor Noonan, Raymond Wallingford. The white flag is out, 1 to go. It is Kyle Preiner, Joey Haase. Then it is Brian Osentowski, Wes Holstein, Trevor Noonan, and Raymond Wallingford. Out of turn number 4, the third and final heat race in Northern SportMods goes to Kyle Preiner. Joey Haase second, Brian Osentowski third, Wes Holstein fourth, Trevor Noonan fifth, and Raymond Wallingford will finish in sixth. So your winner from Norfolk driving the 5K, primetime, Kyle Preiner. So setting on the point, it is the 12X of Parker Volbright. Outside of him, Dylan Kesting. First of 2 heat races in your IMCA Sport Compacts. Out of turn number 4, let's go racing. Dylan Kesting, Parker Volbright. Whoa, somebody's throwing the smoke. John Isom. Evan Harried, man, I tell you what, I think he smoked us in the hot laps. Isom's clear up the hill off the pace. Harried smoking the grandstand, and Tom Meyer moves into third as we got a battle for the lead. Through the smoke and haze, it is Dylan Kesting, but here comes the 12X of Parker Volbright. Now Parker Volbright out of 4 gets the lead. Dylan Kesting, Tom Meyer, John Isom. Looks like Evan Harried pulled off the track. White flags out, 1 to go for Parker Volbright. Dylan Kesting, Tom Meyer, and John Isom. It's going to be Parker Volbright, Dylan Kesting, Tom Meyer, and John Isom. So your winner from Stanton, Nebraska, driving the 12X, that is Parker Volbright. Well, it says 7. So should I change the number on here or what? It says 26. What? So you see 7 here, and he goes by, no, that's Bo. He's in the 26. So, okay. Let's go racing. I don't see a 7 on there. Jeremy Schell, Mark Benedict, Ramsey Meyer, Bo Cleveland. Leading lap 1, it is Jeremy Schell. Ramsey Meyer, Mark Benedict, Bo Cleveland. Jeremy Schell with the lead. Ramsey Meyer, Mark Benedict, Bo Cleveland. Battle for the lead between Ramsey Meyer and Jeremy Schell. Side by side, Meyer on the high side, Schell on the low side. Mark Benedict, Bo Cleveland. Now Meyer clears him, gets the lead into turn number 3. White flags out, 1 to go. Ramsey Meyer, Jeremy Schell, Mark Benedict, Bo Cleveland. And come around to get the checker flag for the final heat race here at the evening. That is Ramsey Meyer, Jeremy Schell second, Mark Benedict, and Bo Cleveland. So your winner from Pierce, Nebraska, he is the defending IMCA Sport Compact National Champion, the 21R of Ramsey Meyer. It is time for the A feature in your IMCA Northern Sport Mods. They're getting ready to go, sitting on the point. It is Jonathan Jensen, outside of him, the Rocket, Robbie Tom. That's your front row. We're ready to go. Racing Mike Jensen says, let's go! Jonathan Jensen, Robbie Tom. Wes Hochstein battling the 5K of Kyle Preiner. Man, they are flying around the track tonight. That track has got some grip. Robbie Tom, Jonathan Jensen, Kyle Preiner. And the 97, I believe, of David Johnson, now in that 4th spot. Wes Hochstein, Eric Haase, and Cameron Meyer. But it is Robbie Tom, Kyle Preiner, David Johnson, Jonathan Jensen, Wes Hochstein, Cameron Meyer, Eric Haase. And also moving up to the 999, the Oz, Brian Ozentowski. Oh, one around in turn 4, hits the implement tire, does a Joey Chip with 360 and keeps going. And that would be the 38 of Jeremy Gannett. There's the bone, Brian Barber. He's about ready to get lapped because here comes the Rocket, Robbie Tom in the lead. It is Robbie Tom, the primetime man, Kyle Preiner. The Punisher, David Johnson. Cameron Meyer, Jonathan Jensen, James Roebuck, Wes Hochstein, Brian Ozentowski. Eric Haase, Joey Haase, Justin Swoboda. Robbie Tom now getting into lap traffic. Here comes a 5K of Kyle Preiner. Yellow's out, top of turn number 3. And the yellow comes out. Man, I tell you what, those first couple laps, they were moving. So setting the pace, it is a Rocket to 1T, Robbie Tom. Brings the field to turn number 3 on the restart. Fast and furious they are tonight. Let's go racing. Robbie Tom, David Johnson, Kyle Preiner, Cameron Meyer. Here comes James Roebuck. And now moving on the outside, on the high side, the Oz, Brian Ozentowski. Eric Haase, Jonathan Jensen, Joey Haase. Oh, and the yellow's going to come out again. Tim Schwartz over there in 3 and 4. So the Capital City Bandit, Tim Schwartz in the 22, brings out our latest caution. That's a good time. But super late model racing on Saturday, June 1st, the Malvern Bank Series. Woo! Man, that's got the speed too. Robbie Tom brings him to turn 4. Let's go racing. Robbie Tom had to check up. David Johnson had to hit the binders. Here comes Preiner. Here comes Meyer. And now look at Roebuck on the outside. Oh! Almost spun it out again. I think that was Jonathan Jensen. He keeps it going. Man, they stacked up in turn number 2. It's Robbie Tom, Kyle Preiner, Cameron Meyer, David Johnson, James Roebuck, Brian Ozentowski, Eric Haase, Joey Hutt, Justin Swoboda. But it is still Robbie Tom hugging that inside line. Kyle Preiner, Cameron Meyer, that's your top 3. Then it is in 4th. That's David Johnson, but here comes a 75 of Rowdy James Roebuck. Eric Haase, Brian Ozentowski, Joey Haase, Justin Swoboda, Mike Kramer, Trevor Noonan. Then Jonathan Jensen. But Robbie Tom now stretching out once again over Kyle Preiner with 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go for Robbie Tom. Kyle Preiner, Cameron Meyer. Look at James Roebuck using that high side like Justin Addison did in the stock cars and finding some grip up there. It is Robbie Tom, Kyle Preiner, James Roebuck, Cameron Meyer, David Johnson. 3 laps to go. And Roebuck is gaining on the top 2. Robbie Tom, Kyle Preiner, James Roebuck, Cameron Meyer, David Johnson, Brian Ozentowski, Eric Haase, Justin Swoboda, Joey Haase. As we come to the white flag, there is just 1 lap left to go. Robbie Tom, Kyle Preiner, James Roebuck, Cameron Meyer, David Johnson, and Ozentowski get together. Johnson had to check up. Checker's going to come out. It's going to be Robbie Tom, Kyle Preiner, James Roebuck, Cameron Meyer, Brian Ozentowski, Justin Swoboda, and we got him spinning out over here in turn 3. Man, excitement all throughout that race. We'll bring the top 3 out here to the front stretch. Mike has in his hand a special flag that the winner receives for winning the feature. Mike's got that flag on a pole down there. And that winner will receive that special checkered flag. Coming out of turn number 4, let's go racing. So if this race goes green, white, checkered, Ramsey Meyer starting in 6th, he will get the free tire. And there goes Evan Herod. Still got a little smoke coming out of the car. But in the lead, it is the 21R of Ramsey Meyer. Moving into second, the 12X of Parker Volbright. Dylan Kesting, then it's Jeremy Schell, Mark Benedict. It's Ramsey Meyer, Parker Volbright, Dylan Kesting, Mark Benedict, Jeremy Schell, Bo Cleveland, Evan Herod, John Isom, and Tom Meyer. And Evan has still decided that he's going to spray the mosquitoes really good. Here he comes on the front stretch. I think he's going to get, will he light it up? Yeah, not too bad. It seems like he wants to light up the back stretch worse than he does with the front stretch. Ramsey Meyer, Parker Volbright, Dylan Kesting, Bo Cleveland, Mark Benedict, Jeremy Schell, Eamon Herod, John Isom, and Tom Meyer. Coming around with 4 laps left to go, it is Ramsey Meyer. Oh, we got one around. Yellow on the Speedway. Nobody's going to get a free tire tonight. If you figure it this way, if you go 40 a month, 12 months, that's $480. If you do it all at once and just pay it all in 1 year, you save $80. There you go. All right, Ramsey Meyer getting ready for the restart here. Let's go racing. Ramsey Meyer, Parker Volbright, Dylan Kesting, Bo Cleveland, Mark Benedict, Jeremy Schell, Tom Meyer. Eamon Herod catches the tire down there out of turn number 2, parks it on the infield. 4 laps to go for Ramsey Meyer, but here comes Parker Volbright. Three to go, Ramsey Meyer, Parker Volbright, Dylan Kesting, Bo Cleveland, Jeremy Schell, Mark Benedict, Tom Meyer, John Isom. Two laps to go. It is Ramsey Meyer, Parker Volbright, Dylan Kesting, Bo Cleveland, Jeremy Schell, Mark Benedict, Tom Meyer, John Isom. The white flag is coming out one more time around. Isom is pulling off the track as the white flag waves for Ramsey Meyer. And the checker flag is going to wave for the 21R of Ramsey Meyer. Parker Volbright in second. Look at this. Bo Cleveland's going to finish in third. Dylan Kesting, Jeremy Schell, Mark Benedict, Tom Meyer. So the top 3 will pull up here on the front stretch. We'll give them their accolades. We want to thank you for joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, next Saturday, regular night of racing, 7 p.m. start time here on Memorial Day weekend.